Guess we got a little off track, but love knows a way back through the storms and pouring rain. Got my hands on the wheel and I'm flying, heartbeat loud as the thunder rolls, riding in on a stampede of lightning. I'm bringing back the sunshine, bringing back the sunshine, baby, it's about time. Whoa, bring it back. Oh, yeah.
Welcome to Martinsville Speedway here in the A&R NASCAR Cup Series season number 4. We have 20 drivers here in the shortest track on the circuit, ready to battle it out. Martinsville Speedway has produced some great finishes in A&R NASCAR Cup Series history. Let's take a look at some of the storylines heading into today. Kevin Harvick in his Hunt Brothers Pizza Ford is looking to go for his 4th win already this season. We have run 4 races and he's won 3 of them. And he's also looking to go back-to-back, not only in race wins, but in wins here at Martinsville, as he won this race a year ago, beating out the 9 of Chase Elliott. Alex Bowman, right next to him, has been the points leader for the majority of the season, other than after the Daytona 500. He only has 1 win, but he has been more consistent than Kevin Harvick. He's the only one that's been able to give Kevin Harvick any competition at all. They are the class of the field, these two at the front, and they will be starting at the front of the field due to the fact that they finished 1-2 last week at Charlotte. William Byron is looking to continue his hot streak, as he finished 2nd at Las Vegas, and he finished 3rd at Watkins Glen, and he finished 3rd last week at Charlotte. At this rate, he's a dark horse contender for the championship. He really went from last year being a nobody who really didn't compete for wins at all to really the only other person that can give Alex Bowman or Kevin Harvick a run for their money. Martin Truex Jr. starts 4th. He started out the season with back-to-back terrible finishes and had only accumulated 9 points through the first 2 races, but now is above the cut line after some 2 great races back-to-back where he finished in the top 5. Clint Bowyer, this is his final season in the A&R NASCAR Cup Series. He won here in season number 2. Let's see if he can get one more victory here and lock himself into the playoffs to compete for a championship at his last try.
Our first matchup is between Kevin Harvick and Kurt Busch. Let's see how well they do in 3, 2, 1. And I think Kevin Harvick won that. After reviewing the replay, we have determined that Kevin Harvick is the victor.
Next, we have Alex Bowman in the 88 and the 43 of Bubba Wallace Jr. Let's see how well they could do here in 3, 2, 1. Oh, and it looks like Alex Bowman turned Bubba Wallace into the wall, but Bubba Wallace was able to stay in front of him. What a good race that was. Good hard racing. Bubba Wallace playing spoiler here, as Alex Bowman will finish 2nd to last, his first non-top 10 finish of this year. So Alex Bowman's consistency falls apart here at Martinsville thanks to Bubba Wallace.
I do not lift.
Our next matchup is between William Byron and Austin Dillon. Bit of camera shake here. In 3, 2, 1, go. Austin Dillon clearly wins that race. Also, the billboard turned off. Hang on just a minute. Technicians fixed that billboard. It always seems to go out. I think we need to get a new one. Anyways, Austin Dillon is the winner.
I just figured out why Bubba Wallace won. He was in a hurry to get to his crew members down there. Alright, next we have Martin Truex Jr. and Denny Hamlin, Joe Gibbs Racing teammates, who Denny Hamlin right now is last in the standings, and he really needs some momentum. Martin Truex Jr. just jumped above the cut line in the last couple weeks, looking to keep some good momentum going. In 3, 2, 1. Close race. I think Martin Truex Jr. just beat out his teammate.
After reviewing the replay, we have determined that Martin Truex Jr. is the victor. Well, his name is Martin, not Victor, but still. And our next matchup is between Jimmy Johnson and Eric Jones. Let's see how well these two do together in 3, 2, 1, go. And Eric Jones won by a landslide.
Next, we have Matt DiBenedetto and Clint Boyer. Let's see if Clint Boyer can win at Martinsville again. He'll have to move past Matt DiBenedetto to get to stage 2 in 3, 2, 1. Well, he did just that. He will beat Matt DiBenedetto here in stage 1. He's moving on to stage number 2.
Our next matchup is between the 18 and the 41, and if this was season 2, it'd be the Busch brothers, but it's Kyle Busch and Cole Custer in his new silver livery. Let's see how well these two do together in 3, 2, 1. And Custer wins by a landslide. Busch didn't even make it across the line.
Next, we have Team Penske teammates Brad Keselowski and Ryan Blaney. And Ryan Blaney won this race in Season 1, beating Brad Keselowski when they weren't on the same team. That's when Ryan Blaney was part of Wood Brothers Racing. Ryan Blaney would really love to break his winless drought here at the track where he got his first win at. Let's see if he can beat Brad Keselowski again. In 3, 2, 1. And I'm not quite sure who won that. I think Ryan Blaney just barely beat out Brad Keselowski.
I'm a big gangster.
I'm glad that we have the replay system because I stand corrected. Brad Keselowski beat Ryan Blaney. So now they're 1 for 1 here at Martinsville, I guess. 1 and 1. 1 win, 1 loss apiece. So moving on to the next one is Chase Elliott and Ryan Newman.
Our next matchup is between Ryan Newman and Chase Elliott. Let's see how well these two do against each other in 3, 2, 1. And Chase Elliott is the winner.
Our final matchup of stage number 1 is Joey Logano in the 22 Shell Pennzoil and Eric Almirola in the 10 Smithfield. In 3, 2, 1. And Joey Logano cuts off Eric Almirola, puts a block on him. Not sure Eric Almirola is going to be too happy about that, but he will hold off Eric Almirola for the stage win.
Dusk has fallen here at Martinsville Motor Speedway, and now it's probably hard to tell on camera, but everything is now orange. So let's see how well these drivers can do with the sun in their eyes in 3, 2, 1. After reviewing the replay, Kevin Harvick won by a hair. You know how big a hair length is? He won by a hair length, he won by a hair length,
Next, we have Bubba Wallace, who beat out Alex Bowman in stage 1, and Chase Elliott, who finished second here a year ago. In 3, 2, 1. It looks like Chase Elliott's going to take the victory.
And our next matchup is between Austin Dillon and Brad Keselowski. Nearly forgot his name for a minute. And usually countdowns will go 3, 2, 1. Anyway, go. And it looks like Austin Dillon is a winner.
Leave Austin Dillon alone because he's the winner. Next, we have Martin Truex Jr. and Cole Custer, who Cole Custer's been really good this year so far. In his first year at Stewart-Haas Racing, Martin Truex Jr. obviously has had a couple great weeks of racing, looking to keep that streak alive. In 3, 2, 1. They're off, and ooh, pretty close race. I think Cole Custer might have gotten it, but that was really close. Once again, I am wrong. Martin Truex Jr. came home with the victory, but that was the closest finish we've had all day. So, I mean, how can you blame me?
I'm a big gangster.
I mean, you always can, though.
Our next matchup is between Eric Jones and Clint Boyer. Let's see how well these two do against each other in 3, 2, 1. And I believe Jones won, but we'll check the replay.
So Clint Boyer's quest for a second victory here at Martinsville comes to an end at the hands of Eric Jones. And to begin stage number 3, Kevin Harvick, the pole sitter, is going to go up against Eric Jones, who just beat out Clint Boyer, Kevin Harvick's teammate. Let's see how it goes in 3, 2, 1. And it looks like Eric Jones is going to take the victory. Kevin Harvick's quest to go back-to-back here at Martinsville and back-to-back races this year and 4th victory of the season all comes to a close because Eric Jones once again spoiled the party for the Stewart-Haas organization.
And our next race is between the two 9s, the 9 and the 19. There's a 9 with a 1 in front of it.
You didn't have to cut me off. We were nothing.
Let's see how well these two do against each other in 3, 2, 1. Missed it a bit, but it looks like Chase Elliott has won.
Alright, for the semi-finale, Austin Dillon is going to go up against Chase Elliott. Austin Dillon, the only track he's ever won at is Darlington, and so this is obviously a very different type of track. If he were to get his 3rd career win on it, that would be amazing for the 3-car. And then we have Chase Elliott, who's looking for redemption from last year's loss to Kevin Harvick. Let's see if he can do it. Little Caesars is the only sponsor that he's ever won a race in. He's won it twice. And he won in this car in Season 2 at the Brickyard. Let's see if he can find victory lane in that car. 3, 2, 1. And he will beat out Austin Dillon. So Chase Elliott is going to go up against Eric Jones for the win.
The white flag waves here at Martinsville, slightly covered up by a bedsheet. We are on the final race here at Martinsville Motor Speedway. As the cameraman adjusts the camera. So our last 2 drivers here at Martinsville, it is between Eric Jones and Chase Elliott. Let's see who will be the winner of this race in 3, 2, 1, go. That was pretty close. I couldn't tell who won. After reviewing the replay, we have determined that Chase Elliott, after just losing all of his momentum, has been eliminated, and Eric Jones is the victor.
Thank you for watching here the A&R NASCAR Cup Series from Martinsville Speedway. Eric Jones gets his first career win. He won the All-Star race back in season number 2, but that wasn't a points-paying race, so it wasn't a career win. Now he has finally gotten that first win. He has locked himself into the playoffs. He was already the best Joe Gibbs Racing driver in terms of performance this year. Martin Truex Jr. slowly, though, he got another 4th place finish. He is slowly working his way up. He is now giving Erik Jones a run for his money for being the most consistent Joe Gibbs Racing driver on their roster. Chase Elliott finds heartbreak once again here at Martinsville Speedway as he finishes 2nd for the 2nd consecutive year. Austin Dillon, another top 5 finish, along with Kevin Harvick, continues his dominance this year. Up front all day, but wasn't able to close the deal. Stewart-Haas Racing drivers actually finished 5th, 6th, and 7th, so 3 of the 4 Stewart-Haas Racing drivers finished in the top 10, so Stewart-Haas Racing continuing their consistency here in season number 4, as they are the best team so far this year, as all 4 of their drivers are inside of the playoffs as of right now. Bubba Wallace Jr. gets his first good finish of the year. He has had a struggling year this year, but he gets a 9th place finish here today. So maybe it's a step in the right direction for the Richard Petty Motorsports driver. And then Kurt Busch once again down at the end of the field. He is still struggling this year immensely. That one team really needs to kick it in gear if they want to try to make a playoff push. Alex Bowman, though, look, he is 19th, his worst finish of the year by far. Because of this finish of Kevin Harvick in the top 5 and Alex Bowman in 19th, Kevin Harvick will retake the points lead after the Martinsville points are tallied up. William Byron, after 3 great weeks in a row, now has his 18th place finish. That's going to drop him in the standings. Still struggles for Denny Hamlin, Jimmy Johnson, and Matt DiBenedetto as well. That is all from Martinsville Speedway. Hope you've enjoyed this race, and we will be back next time from Homestead, Miami. Not for a championship run, though. That's at Phoenix this year, but just a regular season race to see who can tame Homestead, Miami when there's 20 drivers racing instead of just 4. We'll have to see who's going to take the trophy there. Will it be Erik Jones going back-to-back? Will Alex Bowman come back and win? Can Kevin Harvick continue dominance? Or will we see a new driver in victory lane? We'll have to see next time.